everyone, welcome to today's class. Now this is a rerun of Monday's class because of all of the technical difficulties, so hopefully tonight will all go to plan. And I'm going to do the same routine because I ended up doing it, I think, to no one. So, because I know a lot of people text me saying that it cut off halfway through. So I really enjoyed doing this flow, so I thought I'd do it again. It is concentrating on upper body strength and turning the arms, so hopefully you enjoy it. We will start off with some breathing exercises. So we want to all lie down on our mats now and just get yourself into a comfortable position. So you can always come down into a reclined butterfly, so taking the feet together, let the knees roll out to the side and lay back. Or maybe you just want to take both legs out long in front, let the feet roll out to the sides. Whatever's comfortable for you. Arms are just going to come down alongside the body, palms face up. And just peel those shoulders down away from the ears and let the body relax down onto the mat. So just starting to concentrate on the breathing. Maybe you'd like to breathe in for a count of 4 and then out for a count of 4. And as you're concentrating on your breathing, just now scan over the body. Just make sure we're not holding on to any tension anywhere. So relax the legs, relax the arms, the shoulders, the face. Make sure we're not clenching anything or holding on to any tension. Two more rounds of this. For this next round of breath, breathing in for a count of 4 and then exhale for a count of 6. So we're elongating the out breath. As you take your breath in, feel the stomach fill up with air, and then on the exhale, feel it gently fall down. Two more rounds of this. From here, just bringing some movement back into the body, so wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Open up the eyes and take a nice big full body stretch. So reach the arms above the head, reach through the fingers, reach through the toes. And then take the arms alongside the body. Bring the feet in towards the bum and come into a bridge. So reach those hips nice and high. And then slowly lower back down. Hug the knees in towards the chest. And then come to sit in a comfortable position. From here, just some little arm stretches now. So take one arm across the chest and pull across. And then onto the other side. Now coming into eagle arms. So take the left arm under the right. Backs of the hands can stay together. If you can, try and get the palms to touch. Lift the elbows up and then push forward. Start to lower down. Begin to come back up and then release those arms. Now you've got some options here. You can come into a reverse prayer. So that would be take the backs of the hands to the lower back, slowly start to slide up, and then bring the palms of the hands to touch into a prayer position. Either sticking with this, or if this is a bit too much of a struggle for you, it's not comfortable at all, you can do a half prayer. So just take the back of the hand to the lower back and start to slide up. And then onto the other side. Take that arm back down. And then from here, we're going to come into a tabletop position. Just bringing the toes to touch, widen the legs, and then slowly start to sit back. Reach those arms forward. We'll take 3 nice deep breaths here. Begin to walk those hands back in. Come back into our tabletop position. And another nice stretch that I like for the arms. We're going to take one across, so start with the right, take that arm across, reach the left forward as far as you can, staying up on the tips of the fingers, and then lower that head down. So you should feel a nice stretch running down the arm into the armpit area. Coming back up, switch those arms around. So take the left across this time, and then reach forward with the right onto the fingertips. Lower that head down. Reaching up and coming back in. From there into a little pose called thread the needle. Reach up with the right arm, take a nice big twist. And then reach that arm through. Take the ear down to the mat. And either stay in like this, or release that left hand from the mat, take it up and over onto the bottom of the back. And begin to work that left shoulder back. Release that hand back down, coming back up to the centre. And then we'll repeat that on the other side. Reach up with the left this time. Nice big stretch. Thread that arm through. Ears coming down to the mat. Options to stay with this, or take that right hand up and over. Work that right shoulder back. Take that hand back down. Come back up to your tabletop position. And then from here, we'll curl the toes under and come up into a downward dog position. So push up. Work those heels down to the mat. We're looking for a straight back in this pose. Gaze is towards the belly button. If you'd like to, you can keep some movement into this pose by raising the heels up, alternating pedaling out. Maybe rolling into a high plank position and then back again. Just whatever feels good for you. From there, coming up onto the balls of the feet, we're going to twist around, so drop the heels down towards the right. Nice little side stretch here. Back to the centre and then onto the other side. Coming back to the centre, and then we're going to take this up to the top of the mat now, so look towards the top and either walk, step, jump, back to the top of the mat. Whilst we're here, we'll do a nice forward fold. So take the hands around the backs of the ankles and begin to work that chest down onto the tops of the thighs. So we can keep a bend in the knee if that's more comfortable. Each time we practice this, you'll find yourself being able to fold over that little bit more. It is an intense stretch on the backs of the legs. Taking the palms of the hands now, we're going to slide them under the soles of the feet, working the toes closer to the wrists, and just let the head hang down here. Releasing those hands, and slowly walk up the legs, coming all the way up to the top. From here, we'll take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, bring the hands back down. Okay, starting to move now. We'll try for 3 rounds of sun salutation A. So take a nice deep breath in. Exhale to fold. Coming into a little halfway lift, so engage the core, slide the hands up the legs, straight back, and then down again. Hands are going to come down to the mat, spread the fingers, We're stepping or jumping back into our high plank. And then lowering down. Pushing up. Keep those shoulders down. Pushing through the hands. For 3, for 2, and 1. Curl the toes under, up into our downward dog. Stepping or jumping back to the top. And then coming all the way back up. Inhale, exhale. Again, breathing in. Exhale, bow down. We'll go for a halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, back down. Hands are on the mat now. Step or jump yourself back into a high plank and then lower the chest. Pushing up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. So really push the ground away from you. Gazes towards the belly button. We're looking for the flat back. Working those heels down close to the mat each time. 3, 2, 1. Step or jump yourself back to the top. Reaching up. Exhale, hands are coming down. Last round of this. Inhale. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, back down. Step or jump yourself back. Lower yourself down. And push up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Curl the toes under, back up into downward facing dog. Take 3 nice deep breaths here. And then walk or step, jump yourself to the top of the mat. Coming all the way up. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Okay, into a little flow now. We're going to come into a chair pose. So bring the feet together, knees together. Sit the bum back and reach the arms up. Take the hands down, round the back, lock the fingers together, push down, reach through the arms, pinch the shoulder blades together, shine the chest up. For 3, for 2, and 1, release the hands back up. And then take it down to the mat. Step or jump yourself back now into our high plank. This time to work the arms a little bit more, maybe scoop the head through. So shoot the elbows back, snake the head under. Lovely. And some little cobra pulses now. So again, shoot those elbows back, lower the chest, and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Curl the toes under, up into a downward dog. Taking the right leg nice and high. Keep the hips square to the mat. Kick that leg as high as you can. Stick with this. Work that leg a little bit higher, or maybe coming into a standing split. So walk the hands in Inhale. Exhale, see if you can drop your head a little bit lower. Walking the hands back out. And stepping this foot through in between the hands. Dropping down on the heel of the back foot. Take the arms to the side and reach up. So we're pushing those hips forward. Front knee is deeply bent. We're working on our arms, remember? So keep them nice and strong. Down into cactus arms. So pinch the shoulder blades together. Spike the fingers. We're going to take it up, wrist cross, and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opening out now into warrior 2. So checking in, we've got a nice strong arms, shoulders are down. We're looking down this front arm. Maybe sink a little bit lower. Into our side angle. So front arm's going to go down over the thigh. Reach the opposite arm up and over. So stretch the arm forward. Options to stay with this. Or take the arms up. Keep them nice and strong as though you're holding the sun. Back to warrior 2. And we'll cartwheel the hands down to the mat. Step this foot back. And come into a side plank. So take the right hand into the centre. And take your plank position. So engage the core. Lift the hips high. Pushing down through that arm, remain strong. Option to drop to your knee for a little bit of extra balance if needed. For 3, for 2, and 1. Hands coming back down, square off the chest, drop to the knees, push back into a child's pose. Take some nice deep breaths or grab a drink if you need one. Before we move on to the other side, just take a nice deep breath in and out. Back up onto our hands and knees now. Curl the toes under and push up into a downward dog. And then we'll walk the feet to the top of the mat. Hands are going to be coming up the legs. Nice big breath in. And then exhale. Hands come back down. Perfect. Onto the other side now. So again, remember feet together, knees together for a chair pose. Reach the arms up, bum is going back. Take the hands on the back. Lock the fingers together, pull down. Stretch through the arms. Shoulder blades are pinched together, chest shining up. See if you can get the palms to touch. For 3, for 2, and 1. Inhale as we take the arms back up. Exhale as we fall back down. Hands come down to the mat again. Step or jump your feet back into our high plank. Lowering the chest down. And then getting ready for our cobra pulses. So up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Take the left leg high this time. Again, options to stay with this and working on kicking that leg back, or walking in, coming into your standing splits. So you might find that one side is a little bit more flexible than the other. I always struggle taking my leg up on the left side. Inhale, exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Walking those hands back out. And stepping that foot through in between the hands. Dropping down on the heel of the back foot. Getting ourselves ready for taking our hands up. Into warrior one. So pushing those hips forward again. Hands are going to come down strong into cactus arms. We're going up and down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Opening out now into warrior two. Keep those arms nice and strong. We're looking down the front arm. Maybe we can sink a little deeper. Into our side angle. So reach that arm across. Options to stay with this, or take both arms up. For 3, for 2, and 1. Back to warrior two. Before we wheel the hands down, step this foot back. And take any variation of a side plank now. So we're taking our left hand into the centre and then turn it. So staying strong in that arm, keep the hips high. For 3, for 2, and 1. Square off that chest. Drop down now into your child's pose. Or grab a drink if you need one. Lovely. So wherever you are now, just coming up to a little kneeling position. Just get ourselves ready for our next flow. So just take a nice big breath in and then sigh it out. Again, nice breath in and then sigh it out. Okay, for our next flow, we are going to try wild thing pose. So for that one, I know a lot of you will have done it. It is the one where you take your leg up and then we drop it over. I'll just demonstrate now just so everyone's ready for when it comes. So you will take one leg up, bend at the knee, and then step it in close to reach the hips high, take the arm over. We'll hold it there for a few seconds and then drop the foot back over, hand back over, and then just take it down to your knees and take a second before we move on. So it is a lovely pose. It is one of my favourites. It's great for core, leg strength, and toning the arms as well, because you are supporting your body. So we will give it a go. So we'll just start at the top of the mat again. So curl the toes under, push up into a downward dog, and then walk the feet to the top of the mat. Hands come up the legs again. To start this flow, we'll come into mountain pose. So bring the feet together, ground yourself down to the mat, palms are facing forward, stand nice and tall. Maybe like to close your eyes for a few seconds. Drop the shoulders down. Stand nice and tall. Nice big breath in. Reach the arms high. Exhale to fold. Hands are going to come down to the mat. Step or jump yourself back into your high plank. And then just scoop the head through. For 3, for 2, and 1. Curl the toes under. Push back up into your downward dog. Now options to hold here, or maybe you want to try just coming out into a high plank and then back again. We'll go for 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Take the right leg nice and high now. Bend at the knee. We'll draw some circles. So 3, 2, and 1. Take the leg back high again. And now we're going to go right knee, right elbow. Take it back up. Right knee to nose. Back up. Right knee, left elbow to hold, or take that leg out long, reach up with the left arm into fallen star pose. Take that hand back down, reach the leg high again, and then bend at the knee, take it into wild thing. So step it in close, reach the right arm over, hips nice and high. For 3, for 2, and 1, take it back across. Drop to the knees there and rest in a child's pose. So for that one, the key to getting the hips up is to keep the foot in close. If you take it too wide, it's going to be a real struggle to lift. So just remember that for the next round. If it is one that you're struggling with, just stick with it because practice makes perfect. So getting ourselves ready. Maybe you want to take a nice big breath in and then just sigh out. Right. I do think doing yoga at home, you forget how hot it gets in the house. I'm sweating. My heart is going really fast. I was taking another drink. Right. So just working ourselves back to the top of the mat. Curl the toes under again and take a walk up to the top. Walk the hands up the legs. And come back into mountain pose. So stand nice and tall, feel yourself being lifted, palms face forward, maybe you want to close the eyes for a few seconds. Just take a minute here before we get back into the flow. So take the arms up, inhale, exhale to fold. Take the hands down to the mat, spread the fingers, step or jump yourself back into a high plank, and then start to take it down. Maybe scoop the head through if you like. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. Options to hold this pose, or maybe you want to join in with this time, dropping it down into an up dog. back to a downward dog. We'll try for 3 of those. 3, 2, last one. Push back up. Now take the left leg high, bend at the knee, 3 big circles to open up the hip. Take that leg high again, and we're going to go left knee, left elbow, hover, back up, left knee to nose, back up, left knee, right elbow, options to hover, or take the leg out, come into forward start. For 3, for 2, and 1, take it down, take the leg back up, and then bending at the knee into wild thing pose. So take the hips high, reach over. For 3, for 2, and 1. Take the hand back down, step back across, and then just drop to the knees there, back into a child's pose. Reach the arms as far forward as you can. Maybe you want to intensify the stretch onto the fingertips. Lovely. From here, we'll just come back up into a standing position. So just come up onto your hands and knees. Push up into a downward dog. And then step or jump yourself back to the top of the mat. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Okay, now get ready for some of our standing poses. We're going to try for our tree pose first. So one that everyone knows. We're going to step forward, adjust the hips, take the foot to wherever you feel. So keeping it down here is fine. Maybe you want to work it up. Just make sure you turn out that knee. Hands are going to come to the centre, and then we're going to lift. Arms are going to come in line with the ears. Now my head has been completely cut off today with the way I position the camera, but my arms are in line with my ears, and I feel like when we do this, it does form a little bit of a lock to lock yourself into place. Lower the hands back down, release that foot, and then onto the other side. So taking a step forward, and then lifting to wherever is comfortable for you, making sure that knees turned out, hips are straight. Hands come to the centre, and then lift the arms in line with the ears. Remembering, you can always grab hold of the wall or a chair or someone whilst you're just getting your balance. Maybe it's something that you're working towards, so using a prop's always fine. If you're feeling steady, you might want to let your arms grow, your tree grow branches by taking the arms out. Take the arms back up, and then lower down, release that foot. Now onto our next pose. So incorporating the arms, we're going to do eagle pose. So for this one, you're just going to take one leg across the other as you sit down. So sit down into it. If you can, this foot here can go around the back of the calf. That's something I can't do, so I'm trying to work on it. But it's fine to just let the foot hang to the side. For this one, right is going to go over the left. See if we can get the hands to touch. Lift the elbows up and push forward. Sitting back, standing back up, release the legs, release the arms, onto the other side. So taking the left across the right, sit down, oops, I'm wobbling. Left's going over the top of the right. See if we can take the palms to touch. Elbows going up and pushing out. Lift it back up, unravel the arms. Perfect. Okay. Now taking it down to the mat again for a few more little toning exercises. Just reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale to fold. Take it down. Step or jump yourself back again. Lowering the chest and pushing up. From there, just taking the legs around to the front. We're going to do some tricep dips. So bring the feet in towards the bum. It's sort of like coming up into a reverse tabletop position. So push yourself up, and then we're going to shoot the elbows back and come down. Up, down, up. Like that. So we'll try for 10. So taking the hips high, dip down, up, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Take it down. Now, coming into crab reaches. So for this one, it's the same sort of motion, but we're going to release one arm and push it up, reach down. So it's working that supporting arm there. So we'll try for, let's do 5 on each side. So we'll do 5 on one side and then 5 on the other. So getting ourselves ready to reach up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Onto the other side. Getting ourselves ready again to reach up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Last little exercise now is going to be an upward facing plank. So I find it easier to have my fingers facing forward for this one. But I guess whatever's comfortable for you with that one. So we're going to take your feet out in front and then begin to lift. Let's take the hips nice and high. We'll hold that here. And then lower back down. Just shake it off. And we'll go for one more little round of that. So getting ourselves ready. And then lifting.
There we go.
Lower back down. Perfect. From there, into a little forward fold now. So reach the arms up and then begin to fold, coming down in your 3 movements. So stomach, chest, and then head, just so we're not rounding the back. So nice and straight, reach, begin to fold. So taking it to whatever is a stretch for you, never forcing. Don't feel like you're grabbing hold of the side of the feet and really forcing it down. Just relax into it. And remember to keep breathing.
No.
From there, begin to sit back up. And we'll take the right leg in. Plant down with the left hand. We're going to come into a bind. So bring the right arm to the inside of the right leg. Push up. Rotate that arm, and as you sit back down, begin to wrap around. Left hand's going to come around to meet. And we're sitting up. So this is a nice stretch, but if you are struggling to get your hands together, it is fine. Take that hand wherever you can, and each time, see if we can get that a little bit closer. It also is nice to practice with a yoga strap, so you can walk your hands along until they touch. Or if you've not got one of those, a towel will do as well. All little props that are good to help us reach these poses. Lovely, release that bind. Step the right leg across. We're going to plant down with the right hand now and twist to look over that shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, see if you can twist a little deeper. Sticking with this, or if you'd like to, take this left hand down towards the edge of the right foot, begin to kick out, release the right arm up into a twist. So really stretch that arm now. And then back to the centre. On to the other side now. So the left leg's going to come in. Plant down with the right hand. Left arm's coming to the inside of the left knee. Push up, rotate as you step down. Begin to take your bind. So this is a lovely stretch for down the arms, across the top of the back, into the shoulders. Releasing the binds. Stepping the left leg over the right. Planting down with the left hand. Take your twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Taking that arm now to the edge of the left foot. Kick out. Take the left arm back. Really stretch it out. Perfect. Coming back to the centre. Take that leg down now. From here, just relaxing down onto the mat. So take the arms above the head, nice big full body stretch again. Point the toes, reach through the hands. Take the arms alongside the body. Bring the feet in towards the bum. Nice bridge pose again. So reach those hips nice and high as you can. If you'd like to, walk the shoulders under. Take hold of the hands, clasp them together and push down. Release the shoulders if you've turned them under and begin to lower it back down to the mat. Now onto another round of that, or if crab is something that you've been practicing, then feel free to take that pose. Maybe you want to try it for the first time, so you'd be taking your hands towards your ears and pushing down through the hands and the feet at the same time to lift the hips nice and high. Just shift myself back down a bit. So bridge or crab, whichever option you're taking. Begin to lift. Lower and down whenever you're ready. And bring the knees in towards the chest, coming into a little ball. Rocking backwards and forwards, side to side, whatever feels good, just to massage the spine into the mat. Taking the feet down now. Take the right over the left. Either sitting like this if this is a nice little stretch. Maybe you want to start lifting the feet up. If you can, taking hold of the feet, pull them towards you. Lowering back down and switching the legs around. Either remaining like this or begin to lift. Release the feet, take it back down. And then just bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees drop to the side. Take one hand onto the stomach and the other onto the heart. Just relaxing down here, taking some nice deep breaths. Lovely, begin to close the legs and come to sit in a comfortable position. From here, just taking the right arm up, left hand's going to come to me. Again, if this is something that you're unable to do right now, just keep working on it. Keep working those hands close together. Each time you do it, you'll get a little bit closer. And then switch those around. Maybe one side's a little bit easier than the other. Release that there. Just coming back into eagle arms again. Reach those elbows up, push forward. Release that there. From here, just taking the hands around the back of the head, slowly start to lower the chin, towards the chest. Slowly lifting back up. And then take one hand to the side of the head and begin to tip in the opposite direction. Onto the other side. Lift back up, taking the hands together, push them together, lift the elbows high, push the wrists down. Back to the hands again, come together now, elbows high, wrists high, elbows low. I'm getting them all the wrong way around today. Releasing that there. Just finishing off with some nice deep breaths now. We're going to reach the arms up. Nice big breath in. Exhale, lower down. Again, breathing in. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Big breath in. Reach it up. Exhale down. Bring the hands down towards the heart. Bow the head. And just take a second to thank yourself for joining in with today's session. You've all worked really hard. Hopefully you're feeling it in your arms tomorrow. The head's coming back up. Open the eyes. Thank you, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed it. I'll be back here again on Monday from 7. That's our usual day. Obviously, with the technical difficulties we had on Monday, it did not go to plan. So hopefully it's all worked tonight. You can all hear me and see me. So let me know if you did enjoy it. And I'll see you all again on Monday. Thank you, everyone.